My name is Kelly, and this is my 18-month-old son, Finn. We found out about Finn's diagnosis when I was 19 weeks pregnant with him. When we went in for our 19-week anatomy scan, we actually went in really confident. I knew something was off when the tech had me move around 5 different times. I kind of sensed that something was not right. And she came in and said we needed to go in a conference room and speak to a doctor. And that's when they told us that Finn had severe heart defects and that he probably wouldn't make it to birth. Hearing that he wasn't going to make it it's indescribable. It's not something that you're prepared for. But we were referred to UVA Children's Hospital, and because of their advances and knowledge and technology, they were able to give us hope that Finn could make it to full term, but that he would need some surgeries once he was born. And he endured 10 surgeries, including 1 open heart surgery. We were finally able to come home on August 4th, but he has been thriving when he's home. He just took his first steps, and he's just been doing great considering all of the odds that have been against him from the very beginning. To be given that fatal diagnosis and feel so helpless in the beginning, and immediately I sort of knew that no matter what our journey was going to hold, that there needed to be more awareness for this. If I had had awareness about the congenital heart defects and seen how these kids can have a normal life and that they do have so much drive to do this, it would have been really helpful. So the awareness is very key. I got involved with the American Heart Association kind of by mistake, but it was the greatest mistake that ever happened. I was approached by a school in Richmond, a private school. It was Heart Month, February, and they asked if I could come and speak to their class about the heart and Finn's difficulties. Somehow, through word of mouth, the American Heart Association found out that I was going to the school and said, "Hey, do you want to come to one of our programs?" And once we went to one, we were hooked. Not just myself from being able to spread the awareness, but Finn has just gained so much from going to the schools. He was with the American Heart Association for only 3 weeks and began to sit up on his own because he saw all of the kids running, jumping, playing, and he just couldn't get enough of it. If anyone is wondering if you're even considering Jump Rope for Heart, Hoops for Heart, Heart Chase, I always tell people just say yes. There's no reason to say no. There's no reason. The kids absolutely love it. It's great for awareness. It's great for education. One of the things that's been so impactful when we go to the schools is seeing how big their goals are, but not just that they've set these large goals, but that they actually exceed them. Of course, we understand it on a more personal level, but the kids get so excited and so amped up when they see that all of their money together and their fundraising and all of their efforts have not just met their goal, but exceeded their goal. One of the greatest things that we enjoy about going to the schools is at the end of every class that we speak to, Finn insists upon high-fiving and physically and emotionally touching all of these kids and just saying thank you. You want a high five? Yeah. You want a high five? Good job. The American Heart Association is so important because everything is so intertwined. People think that they need to do something huge in order to contribute and actually make a difference. And what people don't understand is that differences can be made at such a small scale because those end up adding up to huge differences. The awareness alone leads to funding, and the funding leads to the research, and the research is what leads to hope for kids like Finn and families like ours. There are, with big organizations like American Heart Association, lots of people who have, what they think could be the next big thing, and it could be, but we're never going to know that unless it's actually tested. And one of the reasons that Finn was finally able to get out of the hospital after 8 months and so many surgeries and procedures was because of a research project from a while ago, and it was a medication. And this medication was only given in adults for something not related to heart disease. And if it weren't for that project and being able to test it in children, he would have not been able able to come home from the hospital, and that probably would have been his last home. Finn has a shirt on today that says 1 in 100 because CHD, congenital heart defects that affect kids who aren't even born yet, affect 1 in 100 babies, and that's a lot. But with every dollar that you all help raise, that statistic goes down. It changes us, it changes Finn. Without this new medicine and technology 10 years ago, there was no hope for him. He wouldn't have even survived to birth. He's here today because of you guys and because of the research, and that comes with the funding. We of course do this for Finn, but really we do this for you guys because you guys are leading the path for us. So thank you so much, we really appreciate it.